Hello and welcome, friends, to another episode of Affordable School Fountain Pens. Today I'm a little bit excited because it is the first time that I present to you this brand of fountain pens, and we are talking about the famous Japanese brand Pilot. Today I have chosen from their line of fountain pens the most affordable line of writing instruments. You can see that I have here a Pilot Plumix Neon. This fountain pen was quite an affordable fountain pen. I paid for it around €6. I will leave the prices on the screen, including in US dollars. So, not quite cheap fountain pen, but certainly an affordable fountain pen. It comes in this package. On the back we have the cardboard, and on the front we have the fountain pen surrounded by transparent plastic. They were available and they are available in different colors. I've chosen this green because it was my favorite of them all. On the front we have Pilot, we have Ergonomic, we have Plumix Neon, some calligraphic letters, and you can see that we have included two ink cartridges. They are blue in color, and also the size of the nib. It is a medium nib. Okay, let's check out the back of the package. We have in different language: fountain pen, ergonomic handle, ideal for learning to write. Refillable with international DIN cartridge. Okay, this is the importer in Romania, and this is the price I paid for it, 30.30 lei. We have also the address of the Pilot Corporation in Europe, which is located in France, and the site www.pilotpen.eu. And also join us on a Facebook page, facebook.com/pilot.europe. And of course we have the grüne Punkte and some code bar. So this is related to recycling. Okay, this is the package, and now I will open it. It opens quite easy, as you can see. Okay, let's take out first the two ink cartridges. Oops, I've made a mess. So the cap, one ink cartridge, the other ink cartridge here, and now I will take out the fountain pen. This is the package. I will leave the package on the side, and this is the fountain pen. I will close it. Let's see how it closes. Whoa, an interesting touch. So not all affordable fountain pens have this screwed in cap. It is a nice feature that I saw only on the Pelican graphics, and if you remember, on the affordable Jinghao model, which resembled quite well with the Mont Blanc 146. But let's return to our fountain pen, and if I started with the cap, you can see that the cap has this futuristic shape like a rocket, and these are the fins of the rocket. Very interesting. Of course, this matches the color of the barrel, so if this is green, this will be green. I like the fact that it is transparent, and also the fact that we have a screwed-in cap at this price point. It is, believe me, a bonus, even if you hear that little noise. Okay, let's zoom in for a bit and let's look at this sticker, pilot, and we have a code, maybe a factory code, the price bar, and again www.pilotpen.com. This will be the address of the Japanese corporation. On the package we had the address of the European subsidiary, or representation in Europe. You know that I don't like to leave the stickers on the fountain pen. I will remove this sticker. It removes quite well. I will put it on the original package, and let's look closely at this design, because it's a really interesting design. Look closely at the barrel. So we don't have a cylindrical shape, because on one side we have this hump, let's say, with those stripes. Quite an interesting design. Of course, being transparent, you must pay attention to see the details, including here at the grip section. Nicely done. Look, a little surprise. We don't have two ink cartridges, but three ink cartridges, because one is already included in the barrel. And you can see it's not a blind cartridge, but a real one. Okay, let's unscrew this barrel section. I forgot to tell you that we have painted Pilot Plumix on the barrel section. For me, now it will be interesting to see if this barrel section could hold in the same time two ink cartridges. So let's leave this here, and you can see that it goes only through this part, but we will test to see if it can hold two ink cartridges. So the other ink cartridge, I will insert it here, and I will push it firmly. You can see how fast the ink has plunged away into the feed, and I think that by now has already reached the nib. Now let's see if it can hold two small ink cartridges. Yes, no problems. So although this doesn't go till the end of the barrel, you can see that it closes securely. No gaps. An interesting design, and I'm glad that it can hold two small ink cartridges in the same time, because it certainly can hold an international large ink cartridge. I'm so excited, I can hardly wait to see how this beautiful writing instrument writes. But till the writing sample, let's admire for a while the nib. This is a plain steel nib. We have Pilot on it, M, the size of the nib, and Japan. I don't know if I can zoom, but I will definitely try to zoom. And definitely it has there a number, and I believe it's 113 or 115, 116. I don't know exactly. If I can manage to see what it is written on the nib, I will share it with you. A quite plain nib, and it appears it doesn't have an iridium point. Maybe I am wrong, maybe I can't see it in this lighting, but it appears it hasn't that end of the nib. You know that the Pilot is renowned for its nibs. They are quite quality nibs. The back, it appears it has this simple plastic feed. Before we will do the writing sample, I have prepared for you some other fountain pens, and if the theme is green, I have chosen another green transparent fountain pen. This green is a light green, but in comparison with the other greens, seems a light blue fountain pen. But I treat it like a green fountain pen. This is the Herlitz Tornado Classic, made in Germany, with a metallic cap. I will leave this aside. I have also a Herlitz product with a green, a light green barrel, transparent barrel. I called it the Herlitz Mondial because it doesn't have markings on it. Of course, another sub-brand of Pelican. I have also a Schneider Zippy fountain pen, also with this theme of green, but this time we have let's say closed barrel with imprinted only with some mushrooms, and Schneider made in Germany. And I have a fountain pen, this time a smaller fountain pen with this bullet or torpedo shape, made especially for the French retailer Auchan, and incredibly sold in promotion for only 20 euro cents. So cheap, affordable fountain pen. And I will leave this here. I will show them side by side to you. And you can see that the Pilot, it is the biggest of those fountain pens. I will leave the dimensions of it on the screen. And although it's quite a lengthy fountain pen, it is quite a slim and beautiful executed fountain pen. I like what the Japanese have done from this pen, and I'm certainly now excited to see how it writes. First of all, we unscrew the cap. Let's check out if this cap can post. Yes, another small detail that the Japanese had thought of. So this is my first Pilot. Okay, so I've spoken too soon. Yeah, apparently the ink hasn't reached the nib section. Of course, this is not a problem because we know that we must leave it to rest for, I don't know, 30 minutes or 20 minutes so that the ink would reach the nib section. But we are in a hurry, and we are trying to accelerate that process by simply squeezing on this. Okay, a gentle squeeze and it writes, you can see. Let's put back the barrel and let's see. I will try to write as big as I can. So, Pilot. Haha, surprise, surprise. Look at the nib size of the Japanese. They say it's an M for medium, but look how thin it writes. Okay, no problem. The Pilot Plumix Neon. On the package, we see that it's a medium nib, but interesting, we don't have the country of manufacture. So let's say that it's made in Japan, like the nib. On the nib, it says it was produced in Japan, Pilot M Japan, as you can see. This is an affordable fountain pen, so I paid 30.30 lei. which means that this is just an approximation around 6 euros or 7 American dollars. I will write on the screen the actual equivalent intercurrencies at the rate of today. Quite medium price, but still a low affordable price. I've talked about the steel nib. They say it is a medium nib, but I think it writes like an F nib. Maybe you can consider it a fine nib. It depends on your writing preferences. As you can see, it isn't a wet nib. Let's check it out. Maybe the flow of ink, we have still problems till it will completely saturate this part. Take it as it is for the moment, but I think it's good. Let's do some line variations. No line variations, no flex, but quite a nice writing of this nib. It doesn't scratch, but it definitely has a feedback to it. I don't know in a long writing sessions how it will perform. Now it seems like it is trying to deliver a good writing experience. So this was my review of this beautiful transparent plastic fountain pen, my first Pilot fountain pen. I must tell you that in comparison with the Pilot Metropolitan, which I had the chance to write, this nib isn't quite smooth. Maybe the flow of ink, it is a problem. I will try to write with it some more and to establish a valid conclusion. You know that I will give any fountain pen, new or vintage, the presumption of not being guilty of bad writing. This isn't a bad writer, but it has an annoying feedback. It is what it is. And I blame it on the flow of ink, but we will see in time what it is really wrong with it. But certainly an elegant, interesting fountain pen. I was quite excited for this review and for good reason. Look at the beautiful design. I still can't take my eyes out of it. Remember, we have here a $7-8 US dollars fountain pen or 6 euros. So quite cheap fountain pen. Maybe you think that this plastic won't hold the test of time, but for now it looks beautiful. This was my review of the Pilot Plumix fountain pen. Thank you for your time. If you've enjoyed this review and you want to see more content on my channel, please subscribe to support my activity. As always, I wish you to have a nice day. Thank you for your time and bye bye.